Hey guys, Quicksilver Gaming here, bringing you another episode of Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, and we are in the thick of things. We are playing as France in the 1940s, and we are at war with the Italian Empire. And let's just say the war is not going well on the naval front. Along with the cruiser Tourville and Rochambeau, well, I think they're having a game of Rochambeau to see who is in the second position there. We found out that our battleships and our battlecruisers, which were designed fairly historically, I have no idea what Tourville is doing. That ship is just, well, it's drifting. It is Tokyo Drift, everybody, in France. But we found out that our battleships and battlecruisers, based on the historical Dunkirk and Richelieu designs, are not very good. And the Italians have sunk two of our Richelieu-class battleships and crippled one other one. Our cruisers, on the other hand, I feel really good about, and I copied the cruisers off of the proposed St. Louis-class cruisers. They were never created, but they were planned out for the French Navy. So here I have the Devastation, the Rochambeau, and the Tourville. They are now correctly in a line, and we started firing upon the enemy from a pretty hefty distance. The enemy most likely has launched torpedoes. I'm not the biggest fan of putting torpedoes on my own ships, unless I'm playing the Japanese, of course, because then you can put like 20 torpedo tubes on one side of a ship. I think I managed to do 32 on one side in one of my previous campaigns. But the AI is just too good at dodging torpedoes, while if you've watched any of my episodes, I am absolute crap at it. I try. Sometimes I make the wrong turn, but that's alright. Anyways, our 8-inch guns are pummeling this. Well, it's wondering if it's a light cruiser. I think this is actually... No, that looks like a light cruiser. Looks like it just launched torpedoes, too. So I will slightly course adjust. It is not long for this world. There are some torpedoes back there. Hopefully our light cruiser, which I have on screen order, is... Ooh, just took a hit. Is dodging those torpedoes. Looks like the enemy launched at a previous heading. Maneuvering like this does decrease your accuracy, but on the flip side, it increases your longevity in battle, as the torpedoes are firing at a previous course. The AI is very good at firing torpedoes on a strict course. That cannot be a light cruiser. That has to be a heavy. And sure enough, it is a heavy. Because if it was a light cruiser, it would have been absolutely torn to pieces by now. It is torn to pieces. Alright, so that's an interesting torpedo right there. That worries me. And evasive action. There are torpedoes in the water all around us, and let's take it off of a void. And let's course adjust this direction, as it seems like there are a lot of random torpedoes in the water. Not really anything that we can't dodge. I say that, and those will be famous last words, but those spreads were really, really wide. They weren't like some of the other spreads we have faced where, man, the Tourville does not like being second to the Rochambeau, or in this case, I guess it would be third in the column. AI, wow, the AI actually adjusted its course to not ram the Devastation. That is an improvement in the AI, one of my least favorite things during battle. Second to the ships changing their spot in formation after I have designed the formation, is the fact that ships just seem to run into each other, as you saw earlier between the Tourville and the Rochambeau. Anyways, our 8-inch guns are doing a fantastic job. One of the things I really like about this update, and I've said it multiple times, I know not everybody agrees with me, but the armor changes to the game and the armor penetration values, usually I always felt like I had to put the biggest gun imaginable on cruisers, but now historical guns actually do something. I mean, look how quickly that destroyer died. With capped armor values on lighter ships, oh boy. Okay. Think we are good. I am really sorry if you guys hear hammering in the background. I just realized that my neighbor is having a new door installed, and that is the builders installing. I will try to do as much as I can in post-editing to remove that. My microphone shouldn't pick it up, except when I'm talking, and even then it should narrow it down. Anyways, this battle was a complete massacre. This is something we badly needed, as we are currently losing the war. Our battleships, oh boy, just it's not looking good. If all we do is cruiser duels and destroyer duels, I feel really good. I even feel good about our light cruisers. I really liked how they worked in the battles. Our heavy cruisers, I feel fantastic about, and even then, I think there is a change I need to make to our heavy cruisers to make them even better. I love their maneuverability, maybe even a little bit too maneuverable, but oh, the Giuseppe Missouri. I named one of my ships that in the last battle. That's an actual historical name of an Italian light cruiser. So that was an absolute massacre. 45 victory points to the Italians, we'll call them pity points, and about 100 times as many victory points for the French. Oh, 29 victory points for the Italians, and 13,500 victory points for the French. Did I not read that end report incorrectly from the just mere seconds ago? Oh well, I will take it. I think that finally puts us in the lead in the war. As long as we don't have to face battleships, I feel really good about this. Let's take a quick look at this ambush. Oh no. Normally I would go, oh, a battleship facing destroyers, but oh, we have a cruiser. We have the St. Louis cruiser. I just have zero faith in our battleships. I thought they would be an okay design, but it's just not working for me. Maybe I'm just terrible at playing the French. Maybe I have remorse because my favorite navy in the World War II era is the Regia Marina. I just absolutely love their ships. I feel like the Regia Marina was ill-fated from the beginning of the war. For those of you that don't know, the Regia Marina was not pro-fascist. They were royalists, basically. I mean, that's a terrible way of putting it, but they were sort of they didn't fit in with the Italian regime, and they were a very proud navy. They actually had some amazing ships for the time, but they were plagued by fuel problems, logistical errors, incompetence of higher command, and just fear of losing ships. That seems to be something that the Germans and the Italians had in droves, just fearful of losing their ships. Whereas the English, you know, let's send out as many battleships as we can to be sunk by the Germans and Japanese throughout the war, and even the Italians had success. Oh, there's a torpedo in the water. Our battleship is absolutely terrible at dodging torpedoes. Oh no, St. Louis! I did that incorrectly. That was completely my fault. And another torpedo. This is going terribly already. Oh no, it's got such terrible turning. Oh, this is not going well already. I believe I made... I'll show you after this battle. I did some redesigning battleships and battlecruisers that I plan to put into motion. Unfortunately, they will take about 3 years to build. And hopefully we last 3 years. Hopefully this episode or series can last 3 years, because as I've said at the beginning of this series, the developers are wiping... Ooh, that was a nice hit. That was just sunk it in one go. The developers are changing or resetting saves quite frequently on the beta branch. It makes sense. It's a beta branch. It's designed for playtesting. It's not designed for playthroughs. So when they find a critical error... Oh, we are going to get smacked here. Oh no! Can we stay in this little nook? Oh, man. Alright, oh no! The St. Louis! Oh no! Just as I am excited about the Richelieu. Alright, St. Louis, you have to detach off. You are my pride and joy. You are the flagship of your class. Oh, retreat, St. Louis. You are taking on too much water. Oh no, I thought I detached you. I'll have to go back and look at the video. I thought I detached the St. Louis is just doing circles. It took a rudder hit. Oh, that, you know... I need to become better at microing multiple ships. I am absolutely garbage at it. So if you are hoping to watch something where a player is amazing at microing multiple ships at once, that would be Brother Monroe. He's really good at it. I'm more of a single ship micro. I'm very much, let's put a bunch of ships in a line. The old Age of Sail tactic. It kind of works. I do try every once in a while to screen with cruisers in a micro and screen with battleships. But I have not played this game heavily much for quite a while now. So it will take me quite a bit to... Oh, that torpedo swerved. To get back into the hang of things. That being said, I'm also not very comfortable in this era of warfare. I generally start my campaigns around 1900 and 1910. I absolutely hate the 1890s, but I might do an 1890s playthrough. Generally what happens when I do an 1890s playthrough is the first 10 years are me at peace, researching and building up my fleet. There we have it, folks. The destroyer ambush was pushed back at a heavy loss to our St. Louis. I mean, we took 3 months of repairing. Oh god, 5 months of repairing. This all adds up, and the enemy is really good at replacing their fleets, or at least they were before. Alright, I thought I would show off the new battleship and battlecruiser that I created. It's a fairly boring design. It doesn't look French whatsoever. But I have decided I can't deal with the French design that I created. I absolutely hate quad turrets. They are miserable. I actually prefer 4 dual turrets, which is why I really like playing as the Germans. I will do a German playthrough, but I think I want to save that for when this patch is released on the live side of things. Anyways, this is the Leclerc, or as us Americans call it, the Leclerc, but it is... I'm very pleased with it. One thing I do need to do is I need to research big guns, because I noticed one of the issues I'm probably facing is a lot of my heavier guns are only Mark III and Mark IV. We have like no Mark Vs, which blows my mind away for 1940s. I really rushed through looking at research because I saw 1940s, oh, we'd probably have everything I care about, and that is not the case. So this was 15-inch guns, mainly because the 16-inch guns are Mark IIIs, and their reload time was atrocious. And the accuracy of the 15 inches, because they're Mark IVs, was better than the 16 inches. But we have 3 triple turrets of 15-inch guns, 51 caliber. I didn't change the caliber of the 15-inch guns. They were good as they were. I did go a little historical with the 5.5-inch secondaries. I don't believe the 6 inches fit. In order to make the 5.5 inches fit, I did have to max out the beam, which I'm fine with because it helps with pitch and roll. And we have 4 triple turrets. I can't remember if the French prefer doubles or whatever on their secondaries, but this is not a historical ship in any shape or form. And then I went with a couple 1.5-inch guns just because it seems like the enemy always loves to spam their light cruisers and destroyers. These should shred any destroyers that come in range. There's not many, though. I found it really hard to find points on the ship where I could slap these guns on. This is the modern Battleship 1 hull for the French. All the other hulls have like the weird midsection that raises, and then the Richelieu class with the big like butt piece, and none of them worked for what I wanted to do. Either there were too many constraints. So unfortunately, the modern Battleship 1 has inferior bridges, but I think it works. It's pretty good. It's cheaper than the Richelieu class by nearly 200 million, I think, and is 5,000 tons lighter. So the Richelieu class is 2.463, 59,000 tons, a little pitchy and not the greatest engine efficiency, whereas the Leclerc is 2.276. So what, like 160, 175, somewhere in that region, 1,000 or 160 million less. It's still yellow in the pitch, but I think it's a good 4% or 2% lower. The weight offset, that 0.1 always bugs me, but you could spend hours fixing it. And I really like the tonnage. I like my lighter, leaner ships. Speed is great. It's the same as the Richelieu. Bulkhead's maximum, quarter spacious. And then I did do the Shaft 3, Auxiliary 3, and it has the new gas turbine engines that we unlocked. So it goes vroom. Only anti-torp 3. This is a lot of weight, and it makes your ships longer to build. Auto 2 loading. I can't remember what the stats are here. So we're at 1 round per minute. I like 1.2 for main guns, but that's as good as we could get it. This gun can shoot out to 40,000 meters, which is insane. And then everything else you would expect. It's very well armored, 16-inch main belt, 8-inch main deck. So it's a true brawler. I really like how this ship came out. And as boring as it is, it's generic Battleship 101. But this is a tried and true battleship design. I mean, it has broadsides. The Richelieu doesn't know what it's doing. It has its big guns facing forward and its secondaries facing backwards. So it's absolutely dog doo-doo at taking out enemy ships. Our next ship is a Battlecruiser. I believe this is the large cruiser hull. Once again, like the experimental Battlecruiser hulls and the other Battlecruiser hulls all have the weird extra points on the ships, and it makes designing it interesting. I do prefer my Battlecruisers to have 4 dual turrets. This has 3 triple turrets, and that's just sort of the constraints of the designs of the French hulls, and their bridges are weird. This bridge has a point for a funnel, but literally no funnels that I have fit on this bridge, and that was very frustrating to me. So only 1 funnel on this ship, and I went as light as it can go, 28,000 tons, which compared to the Dunkirk, which I think is in the 40, well, we made it to 37,000, but the lightest on this size was 42,000. Ah, this is just so ugly. This is, to me, what a ship should look like. This looks more like a battleship than a battlecruiser, but we went with the 12-inch guns. Great accuracy, 1.5 rounds per minute is pretty good. And this, my battle cruisers are always designed to take out enemy heavy cruisers, enemy battle cruisers, and just be menaces. It's fast, 36.5 knots. It bulkheads maximum, quarter spacious. If I can, I will always do that on my ships. It makes them survive a lot. It helps their survival, and the spacious quarters gives your crew a lot better bonuses like control, main guns, secondary guns, torpedoes. So this to me is vitally important. Once again, gas turbines, auxiliary battery 3 and shaft 3. This one has anti-torp 4. It's more likely to be right in with the enemy in torpedo range, and as you can see, I have a lot of weight to go with. I didn't go for anti-torp 5 because this does increase ship construction time, and I actually wanted a little bit of leeway on the weight. I forget exactly why, but that was one of my choices. Really sorry if you guys hear my cat right here. Callie is invading my personal space. That's what cats do. And let's see, everything else is the same. Oh, I went with triple base. Triple base, it goes boom a little bit more than the 2 powder, but I think it has a little bit more damage. I'm not sure. I need to go back and look at everything, but why not? We did triple base, and then I feel like it's fairly armored. This is a max armor for a battle cruiser. I've said this many times. I really like that they have max armors. I know not everybody shares my sentiment, but I do play this game in a semi-historical way. Obviously, I create my own ships like this, but I do like things to not be floating bricks. I like ships to sink. I like my own ships to sink. I do like a challenge. I mean, we lost 2.5 battleships already, and I mean, that's grounds for just ending the campaign and starting over, but we are moving on. Unlike the French in World War II, we are not capitulating. So as you can see here, these are the costs of our new ships. They are both cheaper than their predecessors, and I feel like they are better in every regard. We shall see. I do have a problem, though, in that most of my fleet is repairing. I had to suspend building 2 of my battleships and 4 of my battlecruisers. I'm tempted to, well, it's only 8 months away. We'll keep the Richelieu classes until they sink, but I have a lot of ships repairing, and as soon as they are out of dry docks, I will push forward. So if you look at my finances, I only have about 30,000 tons available in my dry docks, and I have 4 large ships on hold, and that is the cost of war. It's also the cost of starting a campaign in the 1940s. You start with very small shipyard sizes. They're probably more historically accurate, but when you start in the 1890s or 1900s, you can prioritize this stuff and have a very large shipbuilding capacities. Anyways, that will be December 1941. When we come back, it will be 1942, and we will see how the war goes. So originally I was very for this, but because we're getting our butts handed to us by the Italians, I mean, we're technically winning the war, I feel like I have to pay off the Germans. And I'm not very happy with this, but we are earning a lot of money every turn, mainly because we don't have the shipyard capacity to build as many ships as I would like to be building right now. But I am deciding whether or not we do a large payoff or a small one. I think I would do a small one and maybe alleviate some tension. Oh good, England is taking pity upon us. And this is really bad. Oh, I mean, I will obviously take this battle. This battlecruiser could prove very problematic, but hopefully we can take out all of these little things and maybe start pummeling this battlecruiser, maybe some lucky torpedo shots. I will have to be very careful here. I really need to split my fleet up into like a 3 and a 2 and micro these properly. And then I really need these to screen properly. I'm very crap with destroyers. Very, very bad with them. So let's dive right on in. Alright, so what do we have here? I think I need you to go here. I would like you to just sail. I need, because I am absolute crap at this. No, I need you all to screen here, and you all, yep, I like that. You all need to go on torpedo evasion, and I think I am liking the look of this. So where are these two cruisers? I think that looks great, and is the enemy, is this a ghost battle? That would be peculiar. I'm terrified of them having a battlecruiser. Man, these destroyers don't understand what screening means. They are rocking into our cruisers. This is a ghost battle. This is absolutely incredible. What do we see over here? Oh no, it's not a ghost battle. Why did we start so far away? There's their big battlecruiser. So, how do we want to do this? I would like to start turning, and I have to learn how to control two different battle lines. And I really need my destroyers to spread out more because they are too grouped up. There we go. Great. Our cruisers, I'm really happy with the cruiser design. Really interesting. I feel like these cruisers, I wonder if their design, I need to look it up, had any input from the Americans or the English, because obviously these were never created, but the plans were set into motion, and these are so much better than the other French designs. It would have been interesting to see a full-scale war between the Italians and the French in World War II. Unfortunately, well, I shouldn't say unfortunately, but from a historical perspective of learning historical battles, it never happened, and those two fleets, they were in an arms race against each other. Their ships were designed to beat each other, and they never really fought each other. It was the Italians versus... oh, gosh. What are my destroyers doing? That is not screening. Oh, they need to work on the screening mechanics. What are you screening? The flanking force? We have a fire on the, I don't know how you pronounce that, the Brie? It's not Brie. Alright, one little ship is taken out. I imagine that might be a torpedo run. I think I need to zoom out a little. You can see that we are just pummeling this ship. Oh, is that their battlecruiser? Why did their battlecruiser get in so close? Hopefully these are some good torpedo evasions. That torpedo spread really wreaked havoc upon our line. See if we can regroup. And that torpedo hit over there, man. It's like this in every battle you play. Your AI is terrible at torpedo evasion, and their AI is amazing. If we can take out this Battlecruiser, this will be huge. I really need you to detach off, and I need you to retreat, and then I would like you all to join forces. And who's the lead ship over here? You are that bug once again. Come on, take this Battlecruiser out. I really hate this. Oh, is it the Devastation who's the leader? No. Who's the leader here? This bug is really, really annoying, where it's really hard to regain control of ships when you change formations. If you saw there, I was giving an order to move, and it kept disregarding it. I had to turn AI control on twice. Come on, that's... No, 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 you guys need to be taking out the Battlecruiser. Oh, it's still attacking over here. What are our destroyers doing? Alright, they went on battle line for some reason. Let's take you off of that, and let's go battle line. Battle line. We have to take out this Battlecruiser. What are you two doing? Man, the AI, they really need to work on it. This is crippling. These ships need to be part of this fleet. What are you doing? Torville, detach. Devastation, detach. Torville and Devastation, group up. Oh no, 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 no. Oh man, just missed. Okay, guys, move this way. Come on, that Battlecruiser is so close to being taken out. We have torpedoes in the water. Okay, I need you all to come back under control. I need a little bit of a course correction here. And I need to figure out what is going on with these ships. They're not even moving. Developers, you have got to fix this. There you go. I know it has a rudder hit, but that's really disappointing that that is still in the game, where they completely stop moving. That really... this Battlecruiser would be dead by now. Okay, their destroyers are out over there. Not sure what our destroyers are doing. Please take this Battlecruiser out. We have taken massive casualties. Okay, which is the AI that is miles away? How? No, 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 no. I hate when you do this. Oh, you've got to remove that from the game. Oh, thank goodness. That is my literal least favorite thing ever in the game. That nearly caused a catastrophic failure on our part with them changing formation, and it doesn't add anything, it doesn't do anything. I mean, if that wasn't a dud, we probably would have lost the Paxons, or whatever it is called. Okay, can you all group up once again? I think you can. Looks like you are doing so. I don't know. I need to get this under control. I don't know how you all took hits, but you need to go in with the retreating group. You need to move in with this group. I need to take you off of that. I need you all to sail. Okay, you all are chasing those destroyers. I don't really care about those destroyers right now. I want to go for the jugular and take out their cruisers. So what is going on over here? Okay, the Rochambeau... I don't know how to pronounce that. Why are you so slow? That's, okay. You all need to get back up to speed. Devastation is moving at 0.3 knots. The Tourville is moving... Okay, Devastation. Why... And you're stuck in the water. This is really disappointing. Really need you to not bug out like this. Okay. Should be fixed there. I wonder if those destroyers are... Can you all move back into a battle line? Sort of. The AI is so bad in this. Okay, you all are retreating. That is good. Man, you are nearly dead. Can you smoke? What are these ships doing? Are they retreating from the battlefield? I don't know if we can catch them. We took a pummeling there. I'm okay ending right here. We took out their Battlecruiser. And I feel like that helps us tremendously. We did also take out one of their other cruisers. Man, we definitely took a beating though. So there we have it, folks. A pretty good victory for the Italian Navy. Unfortunately, this adds to our pileup of ships that need to repair. I'll have to check our finances, make sure we have enough dry dock space for all of these repairs. That is why I had to pay off the Germans. We are struggling, and this is fun. I've never played in a campaign where it's hard. And not necessarily this is hard, just it's a nice challenge. So I tried to move my Dunkirk from Abidjan to Algiers, and it looks like we were intercepted. This is a scary fight. I will take it. I want to see how our battlecruiser operates, but I feel like this is a losing battle here. Their battlecruiser's fairly well designed. It's not fantastic. Their cruisers, they're fine. Our cruisers are better. I just have no faith in these quad turrets and this stupid layout where you have so many of your good secondaries facing the rear of your ship and barely anything on the sides of the ship. It's not my favorite. On the plus side, I only have one ship to handle. So the other thing is, like, because they're forward facing, turning your broadside to the enemy is not as appealing, but I don't really want to just go straight at the enemy, but I guess that's what I'm supposed to do. It's a really weird feeling to me. Maybe I will change my speed down and just have the enemy... And this is technically what the ship is designed to do. So we need to hit their cruiser, battle cruiser. I don't know the target priority. seems very bad here. Can we go to 23 knots? Or 24? So let's just sail right at them. I guess that's what the French designed the ship to do. Either sail right at them or sail away from them. Let's just go directly at their ship. Alright, a little penetration there. Not too shabby. That is their battlecruiser. I love the Italian turrets. They're my favorite looking turret, I think. The ship's not badly designed. Looks more like a Japanese ship with those high secondary turrets on the main line. Looks like another big hit. So this tactic might be working a little bit. Can we go 23 knots? So what that does is it helps if you look on the left, own cruise speed, we're at plus 32.9% chance to hit the enemy. That being said, the enemy has an easier chance of hitting us because we're moving slower. But it's a lot of ricochets, and we're pummeling their ship. Absolutely pummeling it. So maybe this is the tactic I should have been taking with the Richelieu. I hate getting in this close because of torpedoes. And I feel like those cruisers, because we're this close now, are going to absolutely tear us apart. And I don't really know what to do when we get too close. Like, do I just turn around in a circle and start over? I really need this battlecruiser to go down. That looked like a terrible spread, except it hit. I guess going like this, it's easier to dodge torpedoes. That was a big hit. That was a big flooding hit. I do not like moving in this close against the enemy. Here's some blocks and ricochets. Their battlecruiser is down though, so let's move. We need to make sure that we are not hit by any torpedoes. We are listing heavily. Something caused a massive flooding hit. I'm assuming it was their battlecruiser and not their regular cruisers. Something hit the rear. That's rather interesting. The rear hit to me is a battlecruiser, or a cruiser because of the angle. Looks like our accuracy is crap. Damage instability is minus 49%. So it's washing out our cruising speed. We might have to retreat. We'll see how this goes. If we can land a couple hits. Our accuracy is just doo-doo right now because of the damage we have taken. That was a good hit. We just continue to move directly toward our target as opposed to away. Did our guns just change target? That is so stupid. You should stick on the same target. We are taking a pummeling from their secondaries. I am just hoping that at this close range, our big guns... There's a flash fire on Fort Giuseppe Garibaldi. That is a historical name. That ship hopefully will go down. Their cruisers are taking a pummeling, I'll give them that. This is point-blank range right here, and I'm not comfortable with this. As you can see, their secondaries are racking up insane damage. There's another flash fire on the Giuseppe Garibaldi. I need to get away from this. This is horrific secondary fire that we are taking. So I will let our rear 6-inch or 5.1-inch guns do as much damage as they can do, but we need to get away from this. Just look at the amount of losses we are taking. We are on fire. It is very bad. So I need to sail. I wonder if it can increase its speed at all. I need to get out of here. Oh, this is crippling damage. Yeah, not a fan of the design feature of these French ships at all. I feel like we are going to lose this battle. We are just taking absurd fire from them. This is a... yeah, I am not a fan of the design of this ship whatsoever. This is not how I play. I need those big guns to lock back on the target if we have any chance of winning. But our structure is at 9%, so this is a race. Flash fire helps. Flash fire helps a ton. 8% structure on us. This is how I prefer to engage the enemy. Broadsides. I think the Farnese is going down. The Capitana is taking massive hits. We're at 7%. I have the option to end the battle here, and it is mighty tempting. I have to do it because our battlecruiser would have sunk there. Very cowardly of me. That was not... I do not like our battlecruisers. I do not like our ships. Note to future self, as much as I like designing ships that are fairly historically accurate, not a fan of that. So Chief Admiral Luigi Faravelli of Italy tried to find a solution for peace, but negotiations have failed, so war continues on. We have pulled away. We're nearly double the victory points of the Italians, but I feel like we are in a bad position. We have so many ships repairing right now, and I had to suspend building 2 of our battleships. I resumed building 2 of our battle cruisers, so at least on the bright side we will have more battle cruisers for whatever that is worth. I'm not a fan of them, but I cannot resume building our battleships. We only have about 40, not even 37, yeah, 37,000 tons left, and our battleships are 58. So we're not in a good position. However, that is the end of February 1942. I think I will leave this episode there on a cowardly good note. Our battlecruiser was losing that duel, and I cheesed it by hitting the end battle before that torpedo ran its course and would have sunk our battlecruiser. But, you know, it's in the game. I don't feel good about doing something like that. But, yeah, man, not the biggest fan of the designs of those quad turret forward-facing battlecruisers and battleships. But that is it for today's episode. If you made it this far, I greatly appreciate you. Let me know what you think about, and as always, guys, until next time. If you enjoyed this content and would like to see more, please like, subscribe, and comment below.